So for a few weeks now, rumors have been swirling that Ariana Grande's marriage to her husband of 2 years, Dalton Gomez, was on the outs.
TMZ has just reported that Ariana Grande and her husband, Dalton Gomez, have separated.
We all pretty much saw this coming. Not just because she has been spotted with no ring, also because of some blind items that came out and people believed it was about Ariana Grande and Dalton.
She was seen at Wimbledon without her wedding ring.
You know that this woman has been through, especially with love, in some deep shit.
I guess I'll just never understand this influx of regular men who date superstars, literal superstars like Taylor and Ariana, and expect them to change their lifestyles in order to be a wife.
I am very sad for Ariana Grande, as it has just been reported she is getting divorced.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Lauren. I do come to my channel whenever I can. First off, guys, we gotta talk about the fit. I usually don't dress up for YouTube videos. I was out today with my mom, so I dress up. I like to dress up when I go out. So we need to talk about the fit really quick. Hold up. Okay, I had to get up to show you guys this. So the hat, I bought this hat off Shein or Temu, I can't remember. I got this hat, I really love it for my outfits. Earrings, makeup, necklaces, shirts, Forever 21. The Temu skirt, y'all. It's a little mini skirt. I usually don't, this is the freebie I got on Temu. I did get my hair cut shorter and I kept the curtain bangs. I cut it short because, you know, I'm already done with dance and I want short hair. So going into college with short hair, and it is hot as hell in Texas. So yeah, I needed to cut my hair. That's not the point of this video. My outfits and my hair is not the point of my video. But we need to talk. I saw today, actually no, my friend made it apparent to go into our group chat and tell us like, hey guys, is it true Ariana Grande and Dalton Gomez are getting divorced? And a part of me was like, no. And let me tell you why. A part of me was like, no, because I had heard this rumor in early June. I had heard this rumor back in like early June, and I was thinking like, okay, there's nothing really on it, I guess you can say. Like, there's nothing substantial to back it up. So there was like hearsay. It was hearsay I heard on the internet, especially on TikTok. So it was like, first things first, I didn't know if it was true or not. So I go onto TikTok today, and it's like everyone's talking about it. I keep getting like stuff like, oh, is it true that they're getting divorced? TMZ reported. First of all, TMZ is not necessarily reliable. And that's what I told my friend, because she had said she heard it on TMZ. And I'm like, I don't think it's necessarily reliable coming from TMZ, because they have a tendency of stretching the truth a little bit. But I'm here with you all, talking with you all about this instance, and the YouTuber that inspired me to make this video was It's Keisha. I love her content, and when she dropped her Ariana Grande divorce with Dalton Gomez video, I ran today. I ran to go and see it. So it was like, when It's Keisha talks about it, you know it's real. Like, you know it's something's going on. So today I'm going to be giving my opinions on the whole thing, talk to you all. Before we continue with this video, I want to point out, please do not come for my ass, especially the Ariana Grande fans. I'm just doing a video reporting on it just to give you guys what's going on, a bit of my opinion, and overall what I think about the situation. So please do not come for my ass. There are other people talking about this also. So please, without further ado, please, and this is not to send any hate to Ariana Grande or anybody involved with the situation. Now, first things first, I don't think people knew she was married. Ariana Grande, like, I don't think a lot of people knew she was married, because apparently on Twitter, what's trending is, I didn't know she was married or something. So, like, that's interesting. Okay, like I said, first things first. The accusations have been going on since June. At least when I heard them, the accusations were going on in June that they had gotten a divorce. Back in January of this year, Ariana Grande posted a photo on her story, basically commemorating the 2-year anniversary, I believe, of her and Dalton's relationship.
More details about Ariana Grande's separation from her husband Dalton. TMZ broke the news that Ariana and Dalton have been separated since January and were heading for divorce. And now sources are telling Page Six they came to this decision together. They were having problems before January, but they wanted to remain best friends. Dalton visited Ariana on the set of Wicked in London in a last-ditch attempt to save their marriage, but it didn't work out. They've been really good friends throughout the entire process, and their friends and families have been really trying to protect them. Ariana did post in May to celebrate their 2-year anniversary. A picture from their wedding and said, "I love him so," 2 with the heart, and then goes 3.5 years together. In March, Dalton had deactivated his Instagram account.
So instantly that's like already, there was probably nothing going on at the time. Apparently, there was a TikTok I had heard. Apparently, Dalton Gomez cheated on Ariana Grande in January because he was spotted with another woman. Apologies, it actually did not happen in January. It happened in March. I don't know why for the majority of this video I said January. I think I was just confused from that TikTok video I saw in early June talking about it happening in January. I can't find that video, but guys, it's in March. I apologize, it's in March. Apparently, there's a thing on the internet known as a blind item in which people were made aware of a possible cheating scandal with Ariana Grande and Dalton through this blind item. And I guess it's like an anonymous forum site. I'm not sure exactly what it is. Here's a TikTok basically talking about this whole instance with the blind item.
We all pretty much saw this coming. Not just because she has been spotted with no ring, but also because of some blind items that came out and people believed it was about Ariana Grande and Dalton. The most recent blind item came out a few days ago and stated, A-list singer who is turning back into an actress wanted to attend the premiere of the long-awaited movie, but her significant other told her she should stay home with him because he didn't want to go, and it would look bad if she went without him. This blind item came out. Several people believed it was about Ariana Grande and Dalton Gomez because Ariana Grande did not attend the premiere. There also was another blind item a few months ago. This A-list singer has asked her husband multiple times to fly overseas to see her, but each and every time he said no because he is far too busy with work. Still has time to go to clubs and meet women that he met online. Obviously, these are blind items, so we do not know if they are true. But if they are true, then I'm glad Ari has gone out.
According to this one in particular, it has to do with Dalton and Ariana Grande. According to Dalton's friends, in March there was an event in which he attended with other people, but he tried to be discreet and trying his best not to be recognized, but people recognized him. He was surrounded by women all around him. He's drunk. They were in kind of a cabin with some friends. They said he didn't look like someone married. Women close to one of Dalton's great friends wanted to call him and ask him to leave the party. She came close to Dalton and asked him, "Do you know who Ariana Grande is?" While showing him a picture of her. In this, he literally replied, "I've never heard of her before." And the woman replied, "You should know, she's your wife." After that, he saw some cameras about his direction and ran out of the party. Next morning, friends saw the news that Dalton would have deactivated his Instagram account the day after the party. This is a little ironic if you ask me. Now, I want to put point blank, I'm not accusing him of cheating because, like I said, we're only going based on this blind item, anonymous submission, right? We don't know if it's true or not, so I'm not going to sit here and accuse him of cheating. But it's a little ironic of the timing, the fact that if this incident is true, that can explain why he deactivated his Instagram. So you think what I'm thinking, right? Anyways, but going back to it, there could be other reasons why he deactivated it, possibly for personal reasons or anything. But like I said, I'm not accusing him of cheating, but if this is true, it makes a bit of sense as to why he deactivated his Instagram. I remember searching this up in mid-June when I heard about it, and barely anything came up about it, so I was like, okay, this is kind of bull. It's kind of stretching the truth, and I don't know for sure if it's true or not. And I'm going to put this out here right now. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's just what I had heard. That's what I had saw on TikTok. Anyways, so recently, she went to Wimbledon, I think that's what it's called, the tennis competition, and she was shown without her wedding ring on.
Over the weekend, Ariana Grande sparked marital problems with husband Dalton Gomez after she was seen at Wimbledon without her wedding ring. Sources say that the two have been separated since January, and though they did try reconciling, it didn't work. A source says that they came to the decision together. They were having problems before January, but want to remain best friends. The source emphasized that the two are trying to remain really good friends throughout the entire process.
And fans have already kind of been speculating what's been going on because there was a video she did doing makeup and she was doing her eyeliner and she wasn't wearing her wedding ring, and she made the comment that she was getting it out to get cleaned. That was back in the spring, I think. I'm not really sure about that.
The same. I'm just not wearing my ring. It's getting cleaned. I'm not getting a divorce. Before you start, don't.
So what I've noticed on the internet was when they were bringing up her at Wimbledon without her ring, some fans were saying, oh, she went to go get it cleaned, and it was like, that was months ago, you know? That whole cleaning the ring incident happened months ago, so it's a little interesting right there and then. Another thing that happened was people were making jokes about the divorce, and the one joke that I think got me was when someone said that Hailey and Justin Bieber's relationship lasted longer than Ariana Grande's. I think that was a little too far, in my opinion. I think most Ariana Grande fans know that she's struggled when it comes to love. She's struggled big time, and I'm like a fan of her, but I'm not a stan, I guess you could say. Like, I think I'm mixed pretty much on the fan side. But anyways, she's struggled when it comes to love. Like, that's for sure. That's a fact. Especially when it happens with, like, you know, Mac Miller, with Pete Davidson, like all these people she's been with. And it's like, you know, she struggled with love. So, you know, she probably really wanted this one to work out. Now, there was one TikToker, and he's also a YouTuber. There was one TikToker who really stuck out to me, who made a video in the past, a couple months before this all came to light, that something was going to happen with Ariana Grande and Dalton Gomez. And he basically was like, it was like tarot reading. And I know how some of y'all get, before we continue, I know how delulu we can get with tarot reading. I know that so much. But what I'm saying is, he kind of got it down to a T a little bit. Here's a TikTok, I'll show you it right now.
I predicted Ariana Grande's divorce months ago. Well, technically years ago, because I've been doing readings on their relationship for a long time. As you can see, 3 months ago was when I said it looks like divorce is imminent. But for the past year or so, maybe even longer, I have been talking about the downfall of their relationship. And the fans have been like, no. Fortunately, it looks like I was right.
She doesn't want to fail. She wants her marriage to succeed more than anything. And she will do whatever it takes, a 10 of wands. She has a lot of burdens on her shoulders. Aww. If Dalton told her to jump, she would say how high. Like, this girl wants so badly to make this work that she will compromise and do everything. But all the burdens get pushed onto her shoulders. She's also not communicating her problems because I feel like she feels like every time she communicates them, she ends up like crying. And it's like, every time I communicate this, it's wrong, so she's shut down.
My heart.
What's going on? Is she not allowed to talk to people? Is she not allowed to have friends? I don't like this. Okay, I don't like this. Okay, their relationship was not in this place the last time I read them, like a year or two ago. What is this? The Three of Wands tells me that she's been separated from someone, the moon, revealing of a secret, and the Four of Wands, her like home and environment. To me, she either has kept things from her friends or friends have had to been removed or distanced. And I don't know if I would say that she was forced to do this. I think she's embarrassed of something. That looks like an embarrassment. I don't want people to know this. What? It's almost like I'd rather they not know this, so let me just distance or push away or stop talking to this person, whatever. I don't think he's malicious.
Hear me out.
The Knight of Swords. I genuinely think that he believes this is what's best for her, but it makes her walk on eggshells. Nine of Wands reversed. And the Ten of Pentacles is reversed as well, which what she thought she wanted in a relationship and what she needed were two different things. Dalton gave her everything she wanted. Someone who would not leave her, someone who would be possessive and want her all the time, want to talk to her all the time and give her everything. He gave her everything she thought she wanted, but then she got it and she realized that she felt suffocated and that it was all about him.
My heart goes out to Ari. Like, I have so much empathy for her in this situation because I know she wanted so badly to make this work. But unfortunately, I just think that she fell down the trap that I think a lot of young women fall down, which is that they have this idea of what love is supposed to be and what they want. And a lot of times it's basically because they've dealt with a lot of traumatic relationships where, you know, men aren't texting them or men aren't giving them the love that they deserve. And they fall into the trap in the arms of someone that is willing to suffocate them and give them everything. So they think this is amazing, this is beautiful. But in reality, what ends up happening is you become a part of his world. He's not a part of yours. And you start succumbing to all of his needs and conforming to him. And suddenly you're no longer a person. And then what happens is they start to respect you less and less because they feel like you're not a person. And then it falls apart. Ari needs to be reminded that she's that bitch. She is that girl. She is the queen and she needs to be reminded. So as fans, we all need to love her and support her and remind her that she is the shit.
So yeah, this is pretty interesting, especially considering, like, you know, how she kind of went about with Dalton. Like when they got together, of course, this was during COVID. They started dating back during COVID. He was in the Stuck With You music video and everything. And that was like the mystery man Ariana Grande was seeing. Now, Pete Davidson and Ariana Grande's engagement, it happened around 2018. And all of a sudden during COVID, she's already like dating this guy, and they get engaged within a year and then marry 5 months later. I know people move at their own pace, but it's a little, I think there's like healing that needs to be done. She kind of stuck to his quiet life because Dalton Gomez is a realtor. He kind of has the private life, and Ariana Grande kind of stuck with that. But it kind of seemed like what he probably said, if there was something he wanted her to do, she would do it to make it work. You get me? And that's usually like what the YouTuber said. If you've been hurt so many times, there's going to come a point where if you really want it to work, you're going to literally do anything to be with your partner, I guess you can say. But it's interesting when people brought up Pete Davidson and Ariana Grande's relationship, because they were together for a while. They got engaged, which actually was pretty quick. Does anybody remember when they got engaged? Because it was around like 2017, 2018. They got engaged pretty quick, I think.
Sometime later.
Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson started dating in May. They started dating in May of 2018. And come June of 2018, they were already engaged, which is very, very, very fast if you ask me. So, instantly speaking, she moves very quickly. She moves pretty quickly. And then, of course, when Mac Miller died, that took a big strain on Ariana Grande. So, the engagement with Pete Davidson and Ariana Grande, it ended, and that's when she met Dalton in 2020. And like, even with the wedding and stuff, it was pretty like, you know, secluded. It was pretty out of the public eye. I just remember the Instagram posts. Those were like iconic if you ask me. And already from the bat, she was stepping away from the public eye. And I get it. A lot of celebrities want to have like that, you know, personal thing. Now, of course, I'm not one to talk. I am not one to talk on relationships. I've mentioned in the past that for a while, I did not really, for the longest time, I wasn't really in a relationship. And most of the times, like in reactions and stuff, I would never, you know, there was not really much I could say. But I would still give my opinion, of course. One thing I did keep out of, like, in my personal opinion with the public eye, especially on my YouTube channel, one thing I kept out of it was that I was in a relationship. We were together for a year and like 2 months, and we broke up 6 months ago. I never told you all this mainly because it was personal, and I never was really public with the relationship, I guess you can say. Mainly on my own accord, and it was my choice for a while. So I get where she's coming from, where publicity and stuff about being public with like something you really want private, right? Anyways, going back to it, so for a while, like, you know, you go on the healing process, you go through the breakup process, the healing process of what comes with it. And I learn from what I see from other people. And one of those things I learned was basically, for every year you're with someone, you should take 6 months to heal, work on yourself, and then start the dating scene again. At least 6 months. And this goes for every year you were with someone. And I think that's where a lot of people in society today don't really realize that they don't want to heal themselves. A lot of people they don't like when you tell them what's wrong with them. Ultimately, it helps you become a better person, and you learn from those mistakes. Because if you just go into a relationship right straight out of your breakup, then yeah, it may last a while. But eventually 3 things are going to start happening. You're going to start getting irritated with your partner. You're going to start comparing your partner to your ex. And then the cherry on top is whatever caused your breakup with the first partner, it's eventually going to bite you in the ass with your second partner. So I just wonder why no one takes the time to heal. And I genuinely do. I don't know. To each his own, I guess, but that's why we have so many hurt people in the world, if you ask me. So Ariana Grande and Dalton Gomez, they're both right now friends and stuff. It just seems a little, around the time, it's a little like interesting and stuff. And then their schedules colliding was a big factor. Ariana Grande is currently working on a movie, and she's been filming in Australia, I believe, while Dalton's been in California. So ultimately, of course, travel was a big distance and stuff. Now, of course, what people may wonder is, why didn't he go to her or whatever? Why didn't they try to make it work? You can only try so much, and you can genuinely only try with someone who wants to try with you. That's literally how it works. And ultimately, if it's for the best, it's for the best. But I genuinely feel bad for her, mainly for the fact that, you know, we know her struggles with love, and I feel like I think you can only heal to a certain degree and stuff. But I feel like with Mac Miller and Pete and all these people, I feel like she's never properly taken the time to heal, to be honest with you. Now, everyone and their mother has been saying it's gonna be the best album ever released by Ariana Grande, which, like I said, guys, the jokes, yes, I know they write themselves, but I feel like we should tone it down, kind of. But of course, the internet's not gonna do that. I do want to stress, of course, this is not me going into anyone's business or anything like that. I just want to talk and everything. But yeah, it's pretty interesting what happened. A lot of people were kind of surprised about this. A lot of people weren't. I was one of the few that was surprised by the whole thing, because, you know, you really wish the best for a couple and stuff, and it's kind of sad how it turned out. Now, what I'm wondering is if the cheating allegation was true. I don't think it was. Just hear me out. I don't think it was. There is little to no proof to prove it, and I feel like the stuff people have been saying online about him being at a bar and talking to a girl, it could be a stretch. It could be a stretch, but I'm not going to cross it out. This is not aiming at Dalton Gomez. This is aiming at people and men in general. Why do men, like, they have these beautiful girls with them, like Shakira, right, and Piqué? They have these beautiful girls who the world literally wants to be with, and they go out and cheat. Like, you literally have such a beautiful woman and you're cheating on her. Men will never, and I don't mean all men. Most of you all should know I don't mean all men, but right now it's most men. Most men really, like, confuse me in that sense, because it's like, you have such a beautiful girl and you're gonna go and cheat on her. You get me? Especially if she's your wife, if you guys have kids, like, you know, it really questions me. It really does, because it's like, you cannot be satisfied, can you? You really can't, can you? Anyways, guys, I digress. I think this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Comment down below what else you guys want me to talk about on my channel. I haven't done a tea video in a while, a chisme video, so here we are. I hope you all enjoyed. Give me your thoughts and opinions down below. Like I said in the beginning, I really do think that, of course, this is a matter for Ariana Grande and her husband, and it did reach the internet like most stuff tend to do. And I do really wish the best for both of them. I really do wish everything. Right now, to what we know, is that they have since stuck to being friends right now, and they are, like I said, in the process of getting a divorce. Hopefully everything goes well for her. Y'all better stop it with the album jokes, though. Y'all gotta stop it with the album jokes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm working on other videos, especially regarding, like, lots of media and stuff, and right now it's in the scripting phase. So yeah, I'll see you guys when that video is done, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time on my channel. Bye, guys.